Hey, welcome to your practice today. So we're going to be moving through a couple exercises where the focus is going to be full body integration with breath and bringing some awareness to strengthening through our core and also through our glute muscles. So I'm going to have us start with a few breath exercises where we're laying on the ground. So get yourself set up to where you can find a comfortable space to lay down. And I'll have you start with your knees bent and your feet about hip distance apart. Go ahead and take a hand, one hand onto the ribs and one hand onto the belly, and just let your shoulders relax down onto the ground. We're going to move through our diaphragmatic breath, which, just a reminder, is going to be an inhale in through the nose, feeling the ribs gently expand. And on your exhale, just softly blowing the breath out through the mouth. So no gripping, no clenching, no engaging, but rather just letting that breath be gentle. Okay, so let's practice 5 breaths together. On your inhale, breathing in, feeling ribs expand. And exhale. And continuing here. So less about your chest lifting, more about the ribs gently expanding. Don't feel like you have to push by any means, but just bringing some awareness through to center. Good, last breath here. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to move into our core hold breath, and I'll have you actually turn onto your side. So when you're laying on your side, you can either have your head supported with your hand, but if that causes any pressure or tension through the neck, you can also make a pillow with your bicep, or even bringing a pillow underneath your head works as well. So one hand, again, is going to be back onto lower abdominal area. And what I want you to feel with the core hold breath is that same inhalation in through the nose and we get ribs expanding. But on your exhale, we feel, by getting all of the breath out, that corseting in through to center. And with the hand onto the lower abdominals, I want you just to bring some awareness to see if you can feel that down into the area. Okay? So let's try 3 breaths with the hand lower, and then we'll try another 3 breaths with the hand more onto the side of the waist, kind of closer to your rib cage. So relaxing any tension from your neck, from your jaw, and let's begin. So we'll breathe in through the nose, and on your exhale, blowing out through the mouth. Good. Let's try it 2 more times. Breathing in, feeling ribs expand. And exhale, getting all the breath out. Good. One more time. Breath in. And exhale. Good. So relaxing just for a moment. Take notice just of a sensation and awareness of your ribs, those bottom ribs, when you're breathing in and how they expand down into the ground. So I really like being able to work on this breath engagement in all sitting and laying down positions, just so you can get a better feedback and understanding of how your body feels down onto the earth and where you're getting expansion through the body. So now we're going to bring our hand a little bit higher up onto the side of the waist so you can feel the ribs contract deeper on that exhale. So we'll take 3 more breaths. Let's inhale in through the nose. And then exhale. Good. 2 more. Breathing in. Still picking up the blueberry as you exhale. Last time. Breath in. And exhale, let it go. Good. Okay. So just notice, how does that feel in your body? Do you notice any pushing down sensation? Did you feel any kind of bulging when you were breathing? Was there any pushing out? If so, it's just your body's feedback of saying, hey, we're having some irregular loading. We need to feel more of that drawing in versus a puffing and pushing out. So we're going to move on and use some of that focused breath work with the rest of our exercises. So I'll have you turn onto your back once again, and let's move through our articulated bridges. So the hands are going to be long to the sides, and I want you to feel, actually before we move into those articulated bridges, we're going to do a couple pelvic tilts just to bring some space and some mobility to our low back and to our hips. So we'll have the hands come to rest just across the front of your hip bones here. And on your exhale, I want you to tilt your hips towards you as your lower back flattens onto the ground. And on your inhale, the hips just gently tilt away as you feel more space through your low back. So it's an exhale tilting, inhale tilting away. And on your exhale, see if you can feel your low belly pull gently towards your ribs. And on the inhale, feel it gently releasing across through the center. So we exhale, tilt in. Inhale, tilt away. One more time. Exhale, tilt in. And inhale, tilt away. Wonderful. Okay, so finding more of that neutral spine, meaning we're not overly arched, but we're not in a compressed state. Let's bring those hands back long to the sides and using that nice slow breath with core engagement as we roll up into our first, or as we lift up into our first bridge. So on your so let's go ahead. Sorry, you're going to take an inhale first. And on your exhale, lift the hips. Inhale. Exhale, roll from your upper back until you bring it all the way back down with your seat. You take a breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll back down through your spine. Keeping that soft engagement through your core, and then we gently release. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rolling back down through your spine. One more time. Breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rolling back down. Wonderful. All right. Once your seat comes down, I want you to walk your feet just about to the edges of your mat. Take your arms out wide, out to a T, and let's just take a few windshield wipers here from side to side. So this movement of the feet being wider is going to help get just a little bit more space and movement across the front of the hips. And we get a little bit of release here through the low back and that gentle massaging through your low back as well. So taking that a few more times, windshield wiper from right to left, left to right. And then as you finish this last one, we'll bring the knees back through to center, and then I'll have you carefully roll onto your side and then press your way back up to sitting. And then let's eventually come all the way up to standing. So I'm going to have us grab our chairs. So just as we did in class today, and bringing your chair as just a nice feedback for where your body is in space and time. And let's start seated onto the chair to where your seat is going to be more towards this front edge and your feet are firmly planted onto the earth. So without the use of the hands, unless you feel like you need that support, you can always use your hands to kind of help lift you off. But I think we can do this with our glute engagement. I want you to bring awareness to when you shift forward that the weight is in your heels and you're going to squeeze your seat and lift all the way up to stand. And then carefully sinking back, rocking back towards your tailbone area, and then shifting the weight forward, and we lift. So let's take that just a few more times. Slow and steady, slow and steady. We don't have to rush through anything. There's already enough in life that we have to bust through at top speeds. Don't let this be one of them. So we'll just take this 2 more times. Lifting up, big squeeze through the seat, tapping back, and sitting down. Last time, we're going to squeeze and lift, tap back, and sit. Okay, wonderful job. So we're going to go ahead, come back up to stand. And then using the chair, again, you can reach back, you know where it is, but we're not going to be sitting all the way down. So I want you to think we're tapping our seat to more of that halfway position. And the feet are going to go just a touch wider with a very slight turnout of the toes in the sumo squat. So we're sinking our seat back, trying to keep length through the spine, and then big squeeze through the glutes as you lift. Okay, we'll take that just 2 more times. And then last one here. Good. So notice how that feels. Do you feel any heaviness? Do you feel like you get the full engagement of your body? We want to feel the feet connected. We want to feel glutes firing. And then let's bring some awareness back to the breath so we can feel some more stimulation through the core. So on our inhale, when we sink down, we feel that expansion through ribs. Exhale, get all of the breath out as you lift. So let's take that several times together. For 3, for 2, and then last one. And relax. I should mention, if you ever get a little lightheaded or dizzy from all of this deep breathing, just pause. You can always either sit down, or even just a slight nod of chin into the chest can feel helpful just to kind of let the body settle. It's a lot of oxygen that we're bringing in. So that being said, I'm going to have us use the chair for our next bridging exercise. So we're actually going to come down onto the ground and combo everything that we're doing with squeezing through our seat, driving through our heels, core engagement, and breath, but using the chair just for another feedback of where your body is in space and time. So coming to lay down onto the ground, let's have your heels onto the chair, and you're going to have a little bit of the back of the calves as well. When you're further away from the chair, it's going to be more tension through your hamstrings. So I would recommend just getting a little bit closer in to the chair to begin, and you can always progress pushing further away. Now the hands are going to be long to the side, and I want you to find that neutral position again to where you're not in a compressed state, but we're not overly arching our back away from the ground. We find our inhale in through the nose. And on your exhale, drive through your heels, squeeze your seat, and get all of that breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, roll down through your spine. Relax the tension on the inhale. Exhale, drive. And lift. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Let's take it 2 more times together. We breathe in. Exhale, booty, core engages, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling back down. Really nice, you guys. Let's take 1 more together. We breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Rolling back down. Take the feet gently together towards the chair. More towards that front edge is great. And just let the knees open. So coming back and finishing here just with that diaphragmatic breath to where we're inhaling, feeling ribs expand, and on your exhale, gently relaxing, releasing. So we're not engaging in any way. And the reason that we want to feel to have the ability to do both, to feel the engagement and to feel release, is that we don't want our pelvic floor and our other muscles within the body always in this clenched state. So we need the ability for our pelvic floor to be soft, supple, fluid, and also strong, and the ability to engage. So let's work on relaxing, releasing. I'm going to have you just bring your hands back onto ribs and belly area. Let your shoulders soften, and we'll take a breath in and gently soften the breath out. And just feel that softness through the pelvis, through the hips, through the low back. Good. Take one more breath just like that. Really good. Okay. So to come up off the chair, I'm going to have you bring the legs down to the side, and then you can roll to your side and press your way back up to sitting. So a simple practice of bringing awareness to different parts of the body, but then trying to use our full body engagement to cultivate this sense of strength and connection. I would say this could be a daily practice. It doesn't take up too much time. You don't need too many crazy props. And so if you're able to work through this daily, beautiful. If you hit it a couple times before our next session, awesome. I will see you next week. Have a beautiful day.